Okay, so let's take a look at the constructors a bit. A class constructor is a special member function of a class that is executed whenever we create new objects of that class. Okay? A constructor will have the exact same name as the class and it does not have any return type at all. Okay? Not even a void. The constructor can be very useful for setting initial values for certain member variables. Okay? Which means that after creating constructor, you can give some initialization values to it to create some sort of predefined objects from that class. Okay, so that you will know that when you create an object, it is going to have some first values that describes it. And this type of constructor is named as parameterized constructor. Okay, well then let's take a look at the constructor types a bit. These are the constructor types that we can list as three, as here. The default constructor is the constructor which doesn't take any argument. Okay, it has no parameter, it has no any return type. Okay, the parameterized constructor, these are the constructors with the parameter. Using this constructor, you can provide different values to data members of different objects by passing the appropriate values as arguments. Okay, so the last one is copy constructor, and these are special type of constructors which takes an object as argument and is used to copy values of data members of one object into other object. Okay, so let's write a program to understand the what's the default constructor is. Okay, so let's assume that we are going to create a class named as animal, and in this case we are going to write one setter function for giving the name value of this animal. As you see here, the name of the function is going to be set name, and one getter function to get the name of this animal. Okay, and this function's name is going to be get name, and so which means that we are gonna need a value to use it as the animal's name. Okay, so here we are going to have a name as private. Okay, also we are going to create a constructor as you see here. Okay, so we are ready to write our program. Okay, so I'm opening my Visual Studio and starting to typing, including my IOStream library. And the different thing that we are going to do here is I'm going to include the string library, so that we are going to use some strings. Okay, I'm going to include string library, and this is going to be followed by using namespace sc. Okay, so in here we are ready to create our class like this. Class keyword is going to be followed by class name, which is going to be animal. Okay, so in this animal class we are going to have a private data member, and this is going to be string name. Okay, so after this we are going to have some member functions that I mentioned before. This is going to be setter, getter, and constructor. Okay, so the setter function is going to be void. Sorry, I forgot to type the public keyword in here. Yeah, perfect. So in here I can type void set name, and this set name function, this set name setter function is going to take an argument. So let's take it as string and name it n for now. Okay, so after that we are going to write our getter function, which is going to return a string value. Okay, so I can type string here, and the name of my function is going to be get name, and this function is not gonna take any argument. Okay, so I can type void here, and at the last the constructor of our class, and we already said that this is going to be the exact same name with the class. Okay, so I can comment here as this is the constructor. Okay, so after that we can start creating our functions. The style that we are going to follow in here is a bit different from the earlier videos. so that I want you to see this type of style, so that you might be like it, or you can use it in your projects. Okay, so in here we are going to first create our constructor, and we can type here that member functions definitions including constructor. Okay, so in here I'm going to type the animal class name and the function name that I'm going to create in here, that I'm going to define in here, which is going to take a void. Okay, so this means that I'm going to create an animal function, and this is going to be constructor of or for the animal class. Okay, so this animal function is going to be determined by the animal class's member function. Okay, so in here in this constructor, let's just print something to the screen, so that whenever we make a call to an object, create an object, this constructor is going to be called. So if we print something to the screen, we can be sure that this constructor is working. Okay, so in here I'm going to type cout object is being created, be patient. Okay, so after that end line, perfect. Okay, so in here I'm going to type void. I'm going to create my setter function for animal class, and the name of the setter function is going to be set name, and this set name function is going to take argument as string, and let's name it as an. Okay, so in this setter function, the only thing that we are going to do is assigning a value to my name. Okay, to my name variable. Okay, so the name variable is going to be my argument. Okay, this is the setter function functionality. Okay, so after that I'm going to type string for my getter function. This is going to return string, and for the animal class, the name of my function is going to be get name. Okay, so this get name is not going to take any argument, so I can type void here, and in this function body, the only job is for me to return the name. Okay, I'm going to return the name whenever a call making to this function, it is going to return the name. Okay, so we have constructor, we have setter function, and also we have getter function, so that we can start typing our main function. Okay, so int main, as always I will start typing with get character and return 0. Okay, so sorry, so in here we are going to create our object, okay, from the animal class, and I'm going to name it as animal. Okay, so my class name is animal with a capital A, and the object name is animal, and this is with not a capital A. Okay, so in here I'm going to set a name to my object. Okay, set a name for my animal. So animal dot set name, this is the function that I'm going to use. Okay, so in here let's say the name of my animal is going to be Milo. Okay, the Milo is my animal's name, so I'm going to print this to the screen, name of animal. Okay, name of animal is going to be print this to the screen by animals dot get name and end line. Okay, so let's summarize the code. Okay, we have a class that is named as animal. We have private member, and this is going to be our animal's name, and we have 3 public member functions, include the constructor, setter function, and getter function. And this animal function, animal constructor, I'm sorry, in this animal constructor we are going to print something to the screen. So when is this going to be run? this is going to run whenever we created an object from this class. Okay, so when we created this animal object from this animal class, so that we are waiting for to see this in our screen. Okay, so in the setter function, we gave our argument to our member, the name member. Okay, so with the getter function, we are going to be able to see what is the name of our animal. Okay, we are returning the name of the animal. So I'm running the code and I'm waiting for it to compile. Yes. So in here, as I mentioned before, as I already told you, we are able to see object is being created, be patient, and this is came from when we created our object animal. Okay, so after that, name of animal is Milo. We set a name as Milo and we get the name as Milo in here. Okay, so our functions are working correctly. Our constructor is working correctly. Okay, so and then in the next video, okay, cut. So in the next video, we are going to see what is parameterized constructor. Okay, so see you in the next video.